Hello and welcome to Scolio-Pilates. We are thrilled to have you with us, and we know this is going to be the first step along a very nice journey for you towards understanding your scoliosis, towards feeling better, and towards just getting what it is that you want out of life moving forward without that consternation about the scoliosis. We chose this spot to start in because of the shape of the rock, because it spirals, because it rotates, because it does all those beautiful things that our spine does. But in addition, this curve here is very much like a wave. It's very much like a breath as the breath goes over. And we're going to start now with breathing. And I know what you're going to say. You know how to breathe, but I want to take a slightly different look at breathing right now. And think of breathing as a way to change the scoliosis from the inside out. If we place our hands on our ribs here and then put our thumbs inside of our ribs, trying to find that space between the ribs on the right and the ribs on the left, I find that one side has a lot more space between the ribs, and then the other side I can't quite get my thumb between those ribs. And you might find something similar in your own scoliosis, because inside our curves, the ribs look like this. And so now when we inhale, we're going to take our hands around the ribs and feel those ribs opening on the first inhale, little tiny inhale to start. And then exhale all the air and get taller and get taller and get taller, exhaling and exhaling. Now when you have to and not before, you're going to inhale. That's it. Feel those ribs expanding. That was beautiful. That was it. And then exhale all the air, exhale through the abdomen. Good job. Squeeze those butt muscles just a little bit. Get taller, head to the sky. And then inhale. Open up the ribs and then hands down in the sand. Head to the sky. Think about the shape of the rock behind me. As you inhale, that breath forms a wave of action inside the ribs. And you exhale. You squeeze the glutes and you get taller and taller and taller. You inhale, you feel the wave and the roundness and the spiral and the rotation of the breath, expanding the ribs from the inside out, and you exhale from the abdomen. Pull the abdomen a little closer to the spine and keep that openness that you just created here. You've got it. And again, inhale, open, 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 spiral, rotate, open that space, and exhaling, head on the sky. And twice more. Inhaling, open, open, open. We're changing from the inside out, and exhaling. Keep the openness and bring the abdomen towards the spine. Nice work. I have 2 more exercises for you. So, and I've got some more scenery to show you too. So here we go. We found this palm bush for you here, and it reminds me of the next series of exercises that we're going to do here. This will be exercise number 2, but it's a bit of a series, so there'll be some bonuses thrown in here. The palm fronds are reaching. They're reaching out to the sides of the canyon. They're reaching up to the sky, very much like the elongation that we do in scoliosis. We frequently find ourselves always starting an exercise with how much length can we create, because there's a lot of length there. If you thought of my ribs like a box, they tend to sit over here. And then my pelvis, if you thought of that as a block, tends to sit over there. So to get those lined up and reach my head to the sky through elongation is very beneficial. It feels great, it feels long, it feels centered. So here we go. Hands down to the sides of the earth. And then reaching up as high as your shoulders will allow you to go. And then we're going to stay here at a letter V. I'm reaching my fingers to the sides of the canyon, to the corners of the sky. And then my shoulders go up into my ears here, just like what everybody tells you not to do, right? Keep your shoulders in your ears for just a moment. Inhale for me. Expand those ribs like we did last time. Exhale, keep that expansion. Let the shoulders melt down and down and down, but don't change the shape of the spine. I know that's not easy. It's not easy for me either. If you hear me stuttering over here, it's because it's hard. Inhaling, I go up. I don't go up with the chest. I don't go up with the chin. I go up with the top of my head. I inhale. I expand those ribs as my shoulders are in my ears, taking the weight of my shoulders off of my spine so I can get that length. And then I exhale. I melt the shoulders down. That's it. Good work. And again, inhaling, up we go. Weight of the shoulders off of the spine. We inhale. We exhale. Biting my lip. And we drop the shoulders down. You have one more as long as you're doing okay. Inhale, expanding. And exhale, melt the shoulders down. Keep the openness in the ribs. Remember that rotation we saw on the rock. Imagine that the ribs are opening wide like that shape. Good. Arms down. Give it a gentle little wiggle. Just kind of shake it up a tiny bit. And another variation I really like on this is to take my hands to the ribs now. And instead of feeling like I'm just lifting the shoulders up, I'm also going to lift the whole rib cage off. So it's a lot of weight, right? So we lift up. We go up, 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 up. And I'm going to give it a little wiggle to kind of shake things loose in there. And then I'm going to inhale. My shoulders are in my ears a tiny bit. I realize that. I'm going to inhale. Everything goes up. I'm looking up at the sky. It looks gorgeous. And I'm going to exhale. I'm going to melt the shoulders down, but I'm going to keep lifting those ribs upwards with my hands. That's it. Again, inhale. My shoulders go up, my ribs are expanded, my rib cage is off of my hips, and I exhale. I melt the shoulders down, but I try to keep the ribs away from the hips. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. Good work. Good work. I'm going to give it a little wiggle, and I'm getting a little quieter because I just heard some, oh, there they are. There's some bighorn sheep above us. I'll get some pictures for you. We chose this last spot for you because of this nice long line of the rock. It's just beautiful and long and reaching and spreading, and that's what we're going to finish up with today. So I'm sitting back on my heels, and my toes are tucked under because I love stretching my toes in this fashion. And then so from here, I'm going to just come to all fours. Move a couple little rocks out of the way. And then once my shoulders are right underneath my hands, I'm going to move them away just a little bit further so I have that length. And then from here, I'm going to think of myself as this long, flat line that's above me in the rock. And I'm going to bring my hips back in one direction and my head in the other, bringing my stomach to my spine to create that long line. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to inhale and open up my ribs. And I'm going to exhale. I'm going to pull my stomach to the spine and try to keep that length from heels to head to tail. And then I'm going to come forward. I'm going to inhale, open those ribs. Exhale, I'm going to press my hands down as my hips reach away and keep those ribs open. Inhaling, open those ribs. Exhale, keep the ribs open. Good work. And then inhale, open up those ribs. Exhaling. Good work. Inhale, stay. Open up the ribs, head to hips, reaching like a long flat line, like the rock above us. And then exhaling forward. One more time. Inhale, open up those ribs. Exhaling, keep the ribs open. Inhaling and exhaling. That was awesome. You did a great job. You really did good. And I'm sorry that I'm not more exuberant in my voice, but there's a bighorn sheep right behind.